Hey everyone and welcome. Today we are diving deep into Oak Ridge, Tennessee to figure out which neighborhoods are really the best for families. So if you're on the hunt for a place that perfectly mixes community, nature, and opportunity, you are absolutely in the right spot. This is the big question, isn't it? It's not just about finding a house with enough bedrooms. It's about finding a real community, a place where your family's story can take off. Let's see if Oak Ridge might just be that place for you. A lot of people find themselves comparing the non-stop energy of a big city like Knoxville with the very unique rhythm you find in Oak Ridge. And what really makes Oak Ridge different is its design. It's a planned community, which means you get a calmer pace of life without giving up access to all the great things East Tennessee has to offer. Okay, let's get into this because it's pretty fascinating. Oak Ridge wasn't just some town that popped up. It was built with a specific purpose, deeply rooted in the innovation of the Manhattan Project. And that intentional design means that from day one, neighborhoods were built with families in mind. We're talking integrated parks, green belts, and walkable spaces from the very beginning. So why do families keep choosing Oak Ridge year after year? Well, it really boils down to four key pillars that make this city such an attractive place to call home. Let's break them down. First up, and this is a huge one for parents, the schools. The Oak Ridge School District has this really powerful academic reputation that honestly puts it at the top of the list for a lot of families. The focus on education, especially the strong science programs, is just a massive draw. Next, the lifestyle. Oak Ridge is just surrounded by incredible natural beauty. You've got places like Melton Lake Park, which is kind of the heart of the action. But the real magic is how the greenways literally weave through the city, connecting directly to neighborhoods. It just makes it so easy for families to get outside and explore. The third pillar is all about stability. With major employers like the Oak Ridge National Laboratory and the Y-12 National Security Complex right here, you've got this incredibly steady professional base. And that doesn't just mean jobs. It translates to a stable housing market and a really strong, tight-knit community. And finally, let's talk value. This is a game changer for growing families. When you compare it to a lot of spots in nearby Knoxville, you can often find bigger homes with more generous yards for your money in Oak Ridge. It just gives you that extra room to breathe, All right, so now that we know why people are moving here, let's get to the fun part and explore where they live. We're about to go on a little tour of four really distinct areas in Oak Ridge to help you find the vibe that feels just right for your family. Our first stop, West Hills and Woodland. You can think of this as one of the most established, most sought-after areas in the entire city. It's got that classic, peaceful residential feel down pat. The main focus here is all about community. We're talking about those timeless, walkable streets lined with big, mature trees, where you see kids riding their bikes and neighbors actually stopping to chat. It's that classic neighborhood feeling a lot of people are looking for. So to sum it up, if your family is all about that strong community vibe, classic homes with real character, and big yards for the kids to play in, then West Hills and Woodland should absolutely be on your list to check out. Okay, next up is Briarcliff and the Melton Lake area. Here, the focus immediately shifts to the absolutely stunning natural landscape. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? This neighborhood is completely defined by being right next to Melton Lake, which means incredible water views and direct access to all kinds of recreation. It's a place that just naturally pulls you outside. This area is pretty much perfect for that family that just lives for the weekend. Biking, kayaking, or just enjoying a picnic down by the water. The homes here also tend to be a bit more upscale and custom-built, kind of reflecting that investment in a high-quality, active life. Our third stop brings us to Emory Valley. This neighborhood is all about finding that perfect sweet spot between convenience, community, and affordability. Emory Valley is really seen as the practical, smart choice. Its location is fantastic, it's near major roads, which makes commuting a breeze, and it just has this really welcoming atmosphere where it feels easy for new families to plug in and connect. So if you're a first-time home buyer, or maybe just a family trying to maximize your budget without giving up great access to schools and parks, Emory Valley offers a fantastic mix of just about everything. All right, for our final stop, we're going to take a little step back in time and head to historic Oak Ridge. This area gives you a totally unique connection to the city's origins. This is for the family that really appreciates character. The homes here, a lot of them from the Manhattan Project era, they all have a story to tell. Living here means you're really becoming a part of the city's incredible legacy.
Choosing a historic home definitely has its own rewards. You get that unmatched architectural charm and this really deep sense of place. If you love the idea of walkable streets and a community that's built around a shared, unique history, this could be the perfect spot for you.
Okay, that was a lot to cover, so here's a quick little cheat sheet to bring it all together. You've got the classic community of West Hills, the scenic, active lifestyle of Briarcliff, the practical value of Emory Valley, or the one-of-a-kind charm of historic Oak Ridge. There's really a vibe for every kind of family.
So how do you take all this info and actually make the right choice? It's pretty simple, just a 3-step process. First, you have to know what matters most to your family. Second, match those priorities to the neighborhood vibes we just explored. And third, this is the most important part. Get out there and experience these places for yourself. Go for a drive, walk around.
You know, at the end of the day, choosing a neighborhood is about so much more than a zip code. You're choosing the backdrop for your family's daily life, your memories, and your future. So the final question really isn't just about where you want to live, it's about what kind of story you want to write there.